Hello everybody and welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. My name is VSDA and today we're going to be reviewing Bully or Canis Canem Edit. This is the HD remake of sorry, not the HD remake, the HD upscale version of Bully. Basically the story follows Jimmy, a 15-year-old boy who's been dropped off by his mother, who's married for like the 100th time at Bulworth Academy. He's a troublesome kid being expelled for the 6th or 7th time from various schools, and he has to make friends throughout the story. For example, you meet a guy called Gary, who has some kind of plan to take over the school.
Very happy.
And you help him doing his mission, doing missions for him and the other cliques in the school or around the school, trying to gain favour with them, like the nerds, the jocks, the tough kids, etc. Along with some interesting missions from characters or teachers, like helping one escape from a mental hospital, who is also a heavy drinker. You also have boss battles with each clique, defeating them and uniting the school. But things start to go wrong, and the various cliques around the school blame you, and you have to try and find out who is behind all the chaos in the actual school. And that is basically the basic rundown or premise of the actual story. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but the ending is good with the school. What seems to be an all-out war, so that you get into fights and stuff like that as well. Sorry, it was just beat the shit out of this guy. You do unlock new moves as well. And you know what? I can't be bothered. Oh, that was 3 of them. Hold on. Die, motherfucker, because I want to get on with this review. The graphics are PS2 upscaled to 1080p. It is not the actual. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Is what I would say. But it's basically about more. The gameplay is more or less fun rather than the graphics. Proving once again that in games these days, graphics are not everything. If you want a beautiful looking game, go play The Witcher 3. If you want fun gameplay and stuff like that, then, you know what I mean, you're most likely to enjoy this as well, you know. Like I said, it is basically an old game on a PS2, upscaled onto 1080p. It runs on 1080p. And it does a pretty decent job of it as well, considering the fact it's such an old game. I haven't played a PS2 game in like forever. The gameplay is like Grand Theft Auto more or less. It is a Rockstar game, by the way. You run around the open world and causing trouble for people, pulling pranks and side missions for random strangers who need help throughout the world. And they pay you, which you can then buy clothes, tattoos, and even haircuts. This is very similar again to GTA. In many ways.
Hello there, ma'am.
As I said, it is a Rockstar game. If you want to attend, you can attend classes as well. There is classes throughout the school. You are in a school, so English, biology, or chemistry. Sorry.
Yes.
And various stuff like that. Even art class and photography, where you do various missions to pass the classes, and you unlock stuff like a slingshot, better accuracy with a slingshot, the ability to kiss girls, and various stuff like that. Which is all throughout the school year, being there is 6 chapters, or 5 chapters main story, and the 6th chapter is free play, or free roam. I've restarted the game to show you the graphics and the actual part of the story. But yeah, slingshot. Now you can. Now I would advise you to unlock the bike if you do shop class, which I failed to do, and this was a criticism of mine. Getting around the school and going into town was a pain in the arse. I didn't have a bike. I was later given a skateboard. I earned it, and the skateboard was long and annoying. But if you do shop class 1 and you pass it, which I failed to do until the end of the game, you get a mountain bike, so it becomes a lot easier for you to ride around the school in a mountain bike, which is cool, doing popping wheelies and stuff like that. You know. So I definitely recommend that.
Yes, headmaster. And I
was pretty pissed off at that. So yeah.
No more
now there is fast travel, but it's only from the town back to the school. So when you go into town, there'll be a school bus stop, and you can get there, and it just takes you straight back to the school. But however, it's not the same for when you want to go into town. So you definitely need to unlock that bike, or you can steal one. Depending, but they're never really around, or it's a pain in the arse too. you know, find a bike. There should be one outside, at least I feel, just on basic, but they haven't done that. Again, you have to unlock it and put it in your garage, kind of scenario.
Probably the worst.
I did find it a little bit annoying as well in town, because the cops seem to chase you for the simplest shit, which really pissed me off.
Creep thinks he can tame
It annoyed the hell out of me, where I'll be doing a mission and then the cops would pull me over or grab me and accuse me of being curfew and drop me off at the school. I'd failed a mission and various stuff like that, and that's irritable as hell to someone like me. So I felt it did pick on me. Overall, though, it is for me, basically, I'm going to give you the pros and cons of this game now. You know, overall, what I felt. The pros. Okay, so it's a fun game. Okay, the story is pretty good. The gameplay is good. The prices are still at £12. It is pretty much a steal. That's how much I paid for it. The story is 20 hours plus, so about 20-21 hours. You'll have fun with it, whatever, and then by that time you'll get to chapter 6, where you can go back and do the maths or whatever you failed to do in the actual main part of the game, as it were. You go back and do the side content and side missions, you know, or whatever, you know, but you fail to do, you can unlock other things and get those trophies and various stuff like that.
What time it is? Yep.
So yeah, that's basically the pros. The cons for the game is the graphics are not the best. They are PS2, so they're not 100%. Now, like I said, that isn't really a major problem for me, but it is a reality of, you know, just like I said, they're not the best, but whatever, they're passable kind of scenario. But I'll put that in the cons anyway. The trophies are dull and grindy, like kick 100 soccer balls and stuff like that. I found that kind of annoying. I won't even lie. Hold on, let's just punch the shit out of him. We learn new combos and stuff like that as well throughout the gameplay. From an old hobo, believe it or not. Let's throw this goddamn guy. Okay, so yeah, the cops chase you at inconvenient times, basically, like I said, when you're doing missions. Without transport, it takes a long time to get to certain areas. So for example, if you this is another aspect of it. Other than the fast travel, what would happen is you would have a mission in town. So basically, you do the mission here, or you activate the mission here, and then you would. What the hell is this? Oh, humiliate. Yeah, you would activate the mission at the school, go all the way into town, then, and I'm talking long way into town, fail the mission, and then have to come back to school to then go back out there again. So it was kind of annoying as fuck. That really did piss me off about the game, I won't even lie. That was one of the drawbacks to it. It doesn't hold your hand, you know what I mean? Checkpoints are a rarity in this game. They are there, but they're not always there, and that's what kind of can be frustrating about the game overall. But there you go. What else is there? Well, that's basically about it for pros and cons. In conclusion, it's a bargain, worth buying if you've never played it. At £12, it is a steal. I'd recommend it if you're into more grown-up stuff.
What's it to you?
And then I suggest you buy the likes of the classic GTA games right now that are on the PS4 HD remakes, you know, for that grown-up, drugs, prostitution, even driving vehicles and stuff like that. This is more of a tamed version of those games. I recommend watching my playthrough, or at least part of it, so, you know, the first half hour, so you know what you're getting yourself into kind of thing. Or, you know, like if you don't fancy picking it up yourself and you want to watch a few laughs, or especially, you know, see the story, maybe you don't care about it that much, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm going to leave that in the link in the description below. But this would have been, I will say, back in the day, a 8 or 9 out of 10. You know, back in the day, this would have been refreshing, unique, and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like, really, and it was back in the day. But like I said, things moved on a lot from that. So for me, the score for Bully 2016, the HD remake, as it were, will be a 6 out of 10. It's above average. It's still fun to play. But there are way more in-depth, better graphics games out there from Rockstar in the GTA series. Like I said, the full playthrough will be in the link in the description below, as well as my Facebook. Please leave this video a like, and I will see you next time. Oh man, kicking the hell out of him. And thanks for watching.